First Americans Museum is now open in Oklahoma City. It's a very special place, and we think that it establishes Oklahoma City as a national capital for Native and Indigenous peoples. The development that will surround it will only complement and accentuate that. None of this could have happened without the partnership.
When you talk about partnerships between state, Oklahoma City, and the tribe, to me, this project is really the epitome of those kind of projects.
To have the development around it has always been critical to the project, and this announcement of a $300 million development by the Chickasaw Nation is amazing. I mean, it's really unprecedented in city history. It's a symbol of our city's continued growth and success. It certainly capitalizes on this moment that we have been given by FAM, and I think maximizes its potential for our city and creates a place and a destination where individuals, families, groups will all come to that site and make a weekend or a week of it. As the years go on, I really think Oklahoma City will be a nationally and internationally known destination for Native and Indigenous culture because of that museum and because of the development around it.
I think it's going to be very synergistic with the museum, and to say we're excited about it is really an understatement.
This is a win-win, you know? I mean, you would do anything to get the Chickasaw Nation in Oklahoma City to do a development of this caliber because everything they do is first class. This is a no-brainer, and it certainly has been nothing but a win for us ever since.
I remember early on vividly when the Oklahoma City business community approached Governor Anatobi about buying Remington Park in 2009 when it was going through bankruptcy, because they wanted an investor to come in and kind of revitalize, you know, Remington Park and kind of bring it back to its glory days.
The horsemen came to me and they said, horse racing is literally dying on the vine in Oklahoma. We need to do something to invigorate parimutuel racing in Oklahoma.
We were struggling and struggling big time. And there was even talk about having to close the track here.
The partnership with the horsemen has been incredible through that process, and people really don't understand how important that partnership with the horsemen and how these funds go back to the horse community, either through breeding funds, through purse funds, et cetera. I mean, it's just been a great example of that partnership.
There's so many benefits now that have transpired through the years to get better and better.
Remington Park is an important jewel here in Oklahoma City that's been there since the 1980s, and it requires reinvestment, you know, to maintain its the caliber that people expect. And it's obviously very important to the horse industry in our state, but it's also very important to that whole area, what we call the Adventure District here in Oklahoma City. It complements the cowboy, it complements the zoo.
The Zoo Trust specifically has been, you know, an incredible partner. We've had a great partnership with them and have helped them philanthropically with the zoo and the Zoo Surgical Hospital there at the zoo. So it's been a great partnership.
I've just been amazed at the level of visibility and generosity and the interaction with the tribes throughout all spheres of life in Oklahoma. We've especially been very appreciative of the generous support from the Chickasaw Nation. The Myriad Gardens, we have hundreds of thousands of people who enjoy what their support allows us to do. It really does raise the quality of life. For our gardens to keep them in as beautiful a condition as possible, it helps make a very positive impression of downtown Oklahoma City.
We continue to make investments outside the nation, and we continue to make key investments within Oklahoma City that I think are mutually beneficial, not just, you know, to our subsidiaries that we make those investments in, but also to Oklahoma City itself.
The Chickasaw Nation has been an unbelievable partner on FAM, on Remington Park, their sponsorship of our ballpark, their sponsorship of so many philanthropic endeavors here in our city. They were our biggest sponsor for the Kings of Leon concert that kicked off the opening of Scissortail Park. We wouldn't be the Oklahoma City that we are today without the Chickasaw Nation.
Oklahoma thrives together.